Now we're going to take a look at some more compound inequalities. This time we're looking at the word or. We just looked at the word and. Remember, and means the common parts of the graph, the overlap, the intersection. What does or mean? Or means everything from both sets, everything from both graphs. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Again, we might want two number lines, so let's have a number line. Well, and these are also not solved for us, so we need to do the work to solve them first. So this would take -3 from both sides. So that gives us x is greater than 4. Alright, and let's do some work here. Let's see, first we would subtract 3 from both sides. That gives us -2x is greater than or equal to 4. Now we need to divide by -2. So we need to be careful. It's an inequality. We know that dividing by a negative will cause this to reverse. So this now becomes x is less than or equal to -2. Alright, so let's write our two graphs, two separate graphs for values of x. And let's mark -2 and 4 on both graphs. -2 and 4. X is greater than 4. Okay, well that takes the parentheses off this direction, off to the right. X is less than or equal to -2. Well, that takes a bracket, and off to the left for less than or equal to -2. Now remember, if we were combining these with and, that would be an intersection. And means only common, but the word or means everybody gets in. Okay, so the solution graph shows everything from both graphs, not just the common parts. So everything from both graphs looks like this and this. And when we have to write interval notation for a graph that has a gap in it, then remember we need the union symbol to show the gap. So interval notation looks like opening at -infinity, which always gets a parentheses, up to -2, bracket, and then a union symbol before our next interval, opening at 4, closing at infinity. It's a long interval notation. It shows everything on the graph that has a gap in it. Alright, let's look at the next one. We need to solve these. Let's see. We have some options here, but I just usually follow moving the variable terms to the left. You don't have to do that. Let's go ahead and move 8 to the other side. Okay, what would that take? Adding 8 to both sides, that would give us 12x is less than 4x plus 8. And now get the x's. Let's eliminate the x's on this side. That would take adding a -4x, or subtracting 4x plus a -4x. That gives us 8x is less than 8. We're going to divide both sides by 8, and that gives us x is less than 1. Let's solve this one. -3x is less than or equal to -9. So this one we need to divide by -3, don't we? Divide by -3. Okay, and that gives us x, and dividing by a negative causes this to reverse, greater than or equal to +3. Alright, so let's see. Let's get our two number lines here. In number line order, we have 1 and 3. The first one, x is less than 1, and x is greater than or equal to 3. And again, this one is an or connected with the word or, so we should show everything on our solution graph. So we have from 1, we have numbers 1 and 3, And again, this has a gap in it, doesn't it? Okay, so our interval notation then would look like this.